You don't go for it.
That was everything.
Grace sustained.
Nice.
Grace sustained.
It's midweek, yeah?
Yeah.
Is it Wednesday that is midweek or Thursday that is midweek?
I always like to keep it at Wednesday because
it depends on the primary school you went.
Not necessarily primary school, but Wednesday is the middle of the week when you are working. The weekend is the weekend. I split the week into the weekend and then the week. So the weekend is Saturday, Sunday. Then the week is Monday to Friday. So midweek that's me.
Right.
You have an option as to decide whether Thursday is midweek for you. What I know is Thursday is throwback Thursday. So if you decide to make
what some people too know is that Thursday is close to Friday.
yeah. And then the weekend is here, and then Akpa Film, then the show comes to an end. Then the weekend will come in the twinkle of an eye. You blink one or the Monday morning.
9 a.m. on Saturday, the weekend has finished.
After 9
a.m. 9 a.m. it has finished.
Oh.
After 9 a.m. is the next hour you see on the clock is 12 o'clock. After that one is Sunday. Sunday you are going to church.
Sunday, dear Charlie.
That's finished.
The entire cycle on a Sunday, but how are you gonna do it? You can't do it any other way, but just continue to ride it through.
What it is.
Yeah, exactly. Let's get into our papers for the morning as a number of developments. Every morning I say a number of development, but today, there is a big one. The forensic audit into the All Africa Games expenditure. I'm surprised that didn't start a long time ago, but I'm sure one of the papers will serve it up for us, and then we'll get a bit more into the details. Yesterday as well, you had the privilege of hearing the Minister for Interior, Alhaji Mohammed Muntaka, as well, on update on election-related violence.
Yes.
2020, 2024, and some others as well. And so, significant development in terms of the news cycle in the past 24 hours since we were seated here yesterday. And so perhaps we'll get into it now.
Sometimes, I don't know whether these newsmakers, they keep the news and they release it when one news is dying or something. See, yesterday was when the NIMOS thing was going down. So it had gone down yesterday. And just before today, yesterday in the evening, something else comes up. Forensic audit, All African Games.
But the NIMOS thing hasn't gone down. The MP was in court, the speaker spoke.
Yeah, but you see, now that they have responded and all of that, so it has, comparatively, comparing it with when it all started on Sunday.
Monday, I mean, it's tapered off a bit. I'll be honest.
The Daily Post newspaper, you spoke about it. The front page: 21 suspects identified in election violence. 9 arrested, warrant issued for arrest of others. That's according to the Interior Minister, Muntaka Mohammed Mubarak. Also, Ghana's president wants to prove Ghana and all of Africa can stand on its own, says Time, the international magazine. The story is on pages 3, 7, 8, and 9 of the paper. Wuntumi's double Galamsey cases adjourned as prosecution flips Akwanta GM into state witness. I like this. The prosecutor has flipped Akwanta GM into state witness.
Now, your general manager is going to be testifying against you.
Yeah,
Charlie, that's a tough ask.
That's some tactic from the Attorney General. I mean, there are concerns that how sustainable is his new approach?
The strategy?
Again, yes. The legal brains are telling us that, I mean, it is at his discretion. He's comparing which one would give the state better, would offer the state better in terms of the prosecution advantages and all of that. Which one is the big fish? So if he has managed to flip the GM of Akwanta Mining into a state witness, we wish all the best to Chairman Wontumi. President Mahama orders forensic audit into the 13th All Africa Games management. Some good news. If you look at the expenses of the
4 million to print ID cards. 4 million.
It is biometric ID card.
4 million. As for that figure, I can't get it out of my head. I recall
how much was allocated for feeding?
$15 million.
15. What were they eating?
$16 million for renovation.
One cow, one day.
And this is me not reading any document, but I can remember the numbers. That
One
should tell
cow,
you.
one day. Charlie, Ghana is sweet rough. The Daily Guide, Ghana's favorite newspaper, front page. Police and military linked to 7 deaths. That's according to the Interior Minister, and this is in relation to the 2020-2024 election violence. Parliament media must deepen collaboration, attributed to the Speaker. NPA extortion case, OSP freezes over 100 million cedis assets. Comes with a picture of Dr. Mustafa Abdul Hamid. The man, yesterday the man was greeting people, laughing. No,
the matter nothing there inside. OSP went to slap his face in different quarters.
That one too is generating some, it is eliciting some responses. People think the OSP social media account is turning into a troll account.
Really?
Yes. They say the OSP could have responded without their pictures. And then
fair point.
Looking at the time it came, just moment after Mustafa Abdul Hamid made those comments, and then this comes out. I mean, well,
they were actually responding to the comments he made.
Exactly, but you could have done it without the pictures.
And I asked someone that question. The person said it's completely needless. They should prove their case in court. If the defense says my case, there's nothing in it.
I mean,
it's not in the court of it's not in the court of public opinion for you to come and reiterate whatever charges it is that you're slapping. It's been amended to 54 and the likes. You have to just prove it in courts. Coming back to try and tell us, I mean,
maybe they are convincing the public that there's something inside. Maybe
it's not the public you convince.
They think Mustafa too is convincing us that there's nothing inside.
The law court is where convincing will happen at.
Go to court and go and do your shenanigans there. AG files Wontumi Galamsey trial papers. Come to the pictures of Chairman Wontumi and then a few of his lawyers. Akufo-Addo EU delegation discussed development. That story is on page 3 of the Daily Guide newspaper. There's a story I saw on page 13, and we spoke about it yesterday. Tujin Mensah joins thousands at NSPPD Ghana Confab. These are the stories, some of the stories.
In all truth, I don't know why people are fussing about her appearance. I think we mentioned. No, I wasn't here. I was mentioning it to somebody in the newsroom that completely needless this becomes a subject of debate and conversations, but I guess because of her position as well,
she's a newsmaker,
that generates quite the interest. Otherwise, everybody is supposed to is not supposed to. Everybody is allowed to practice whatever faith and belief they so choose. Buddhists, whatever, you can.
The Daily Graphic front page banner headline: 21 culprits face trial. 15 deaths, 39 injuries recorded. Yesterday, the minister said 40 injuries recorded. Also, Graphicus page dues to national development, 12.16 billion cedis MDA payment claims rejected. Verification window opens until November 7. State Housing Company takes steps to recover outstanding debt. You go to the center spread of the paper. German president pays courtesy call on Asante-Hene. Cut sword for 5.6 million euros Green Technology Center. World AIDS Day launched. Surge in HIV/AIDS worrying. That's according to the AIDS Commission. Suma Mandufi Yam Festival celebrated in the Bono region. The back page of the Daily Graphic. Breast conserving therapy emerges as alternative treatment for breast cancer.
Breast what?
I said it. I knew Mawuena would react.
No, I'm curious as to what it is. Breast
conserving therapy.
What is that? In terms of what it's supposed to.
So specialists have come up with an alternative breast cancer treatment different from the removal of the breast, known as breast conserving therapy. It keeps the breast in its normal shape and form as opposed to the breast removal treatment known in medical science as.
But how will conserving happen when it is cut off to prevent the spread of the cancer? Perhaps some of or you're trying to skim through the story to see if we get.
Mawuena likes the idea of breast conserving therapy.
No, the subject of breast cancer is one that is very important. and so when someone mentions conserving instead of cutting, why are you engaged in such very obvious mischief?
Somebody mentions conserving instead of cutting.
Exactly. Somebody mentions conserving instead of cutting. Most certainly, it should be of interest to all of us, because if you have the privilege of going through the numbers, or you know somebody who suffered it, and there's a chance or a likelihood that conserving could come with alternative treatment. These are the areas in which I'm seeking to get a bit more in terms of clarity, not the obvious mischief you're hell bent on propagating. But
that's one headline: breast conserving therapy.
Proceed with the rest of the
Finally,
headlines.
for me, is the Accra Times newspaper. The front page reported attacks on Naima's team. I won't shield any MP if. That's according to the Speaker of Parliament. Help protect Ghana's maritime integrity. Mahama calls for support from France. Call on NPP decision makers. Let's embrace Paul Afoko. Chumasi can come. It comes to the picture of Paul Afoko, the former NPP national chairman. Victor Smith calls on US investors, and Parliament observes practice and procedure week. That story is on page 6 of the paper. IPU appoints Bagwing as member of task force towards peaceful resolution of the Russian-Ukraine war.
I'll get into the Ghanaian Times. That's the first paper I have. Electoral violence from 2020 to 2024. Government to compensate victims. That's according to the Interior Minister. Integrate internal auditors into GIFMIS. Professor Tuguba is the one saying it. Global cooperation crucial to curbing illicit financial flows. President Mahama saying this. Rice farmers renew call for adequate investment in local production. Soldiers accused of assaulting civilians at Basionde. And on the back page, dredging of Odo River, other flood-prone areas in Accra resumes. That's the pages on the Ghanaian Times. I'll do the custodian next. GJ demands answers on Ahmed Swale case. Also, Baumia tops all in NPP race. Amankwa Menu declares, I am protecting my land at Pambros, Tangway. So I think there was this story came up that some persons were to lose jobs yesterday. The paper, one of the papers seems to have found the developer who is being accused of this, and
see that man. Raise your hand. Raise your hand.
He's now dressing.
He's now
wearing his watch.
Wristwatch on.
That's not dressing.
No, you are. Yeah, I mean, it's a part of all of the accessories you are going to be identified with in town, and you are now doing it.
I'm wearing my pants. I'm wearing my shirts. I'm wearing my.
Anyways, minority flays Mahama's ministers for deserting parliament, and on the back page, MTN Ghana sweeps. You use insurance brokers faster. The news center, I'll do that as well quickly. 15 dead, 40 injured in 2020 and 2024 elections violence. That's according to the Alhaji Muntaka Mubarak, his interior minister. Controversy over clearance of Bosomwa Forest for nursing school. Use brokers for fair deals, faster claims, IBAC president. Violence has become a cultural reflex in Ghana. Pambros claims crumble. Lands Commission documents confirm Tangway lawfully acquired land. That story as well has made its way here. It's interesting to know that the news center and then the custodian, they have a similar back page story actually. Quite interesting. Just observing. The new finder. BOG to introduce dual licensing for non-entrants banking institution. Professor John Gachi. Ghana National Fire Service urges traders to observe fire safety measures ahead of Christmas. Chamber of Agribusiness calls for joint action to resolve rice sector crisis, and most banks confident in Ghana's 2026 financial system stability. Today, there are a number of things up for conversation. And so perhaps we'll do it touch quickly. I know that there is the All Africa Games. The minister on the election-related violence as well. The Isutufi North Member of Parliament has been to court and back. Has been granted 150,000 cedis bail. 2 sureties cannot leave the capital, Accra, and a host of other matters, some of which we're catching details of as well. And so let's get straight into it. And you start with which one?
I'm looking for the All African Games story in the Daily Post newspaper. I'll find it, and then I'll talk to you about the details of what the paper is saying. It says continue from page 3. I don't know whether Sixtus has found any story he wants to share with us.
Okay, let me start off with the compensation.
We can start with the All Africa Games. Look, it's
chairman is not even relaxing. Yeah. You get into it. Get into it first. Get into it. You are starting. Get into it. People are eager, waiting, ready to listen to you. Do not let my small distraction put you off. Otherwise,
see, I'm a very focused young man. Anyway, so let me continue to focus. So
you are focused and now you are not focused.
Good morning, Jamila. So the games. Those games were they presented us as a people an opportunity to at least enjoy ourselves. They were fun, right? The games, and I want to believe, also brought out something in us. They gave us an opportunity as a country to once again rally around the flag of Ghana.
Red, gold,
green, and black.
Black, right?
And we celebrated some good athletes. I was saying here the other time that I saw Rose, the high jumper, and our triple jump, high jump. The lady is Rose, right? I saw her for the first time at those games. And I watched her personally, and I was so amazed at how she was able to do it. Yes, and how she was able to do it. The enthusiasm, you see, the kind of energy that our athletes brought to the games. That once we were hosting, we needed to also, rake in a lot of the medals. So that was good for us. And we had some fun. For those of you who were able to make way to the Legon Sports Stadium and the Boteman Sports Complex, you saw a lot of the games. And they were fun. The swimming was super. I love swimming. So I just couldn't miss watching that. But then the conversation started as to how much went into it. And we began asking ourselves, as there is with every other thing in this country, what have we done wrong? What did we do wrong?
Did we go or did we come?
Did we go or did we come? Now there was the first issue with that was, why not build a proper sports village rather than renovate hostels or halls at the University of Ghana? And the amounts that were quoted as going into the renovation heart clenching. You hear the amount and you ask yourself,
$195 million.
Could we have put up some facility somewhere, even if it's within the Boteman area? Could we have put up some facility
to build a whole country?
No, I don't know. Because sometimes when you talk, they say, you don't know the cost, you are not an expert. So I'm just being cautious. I'm not a building expert. So I'm asking, could we have? How many rooms, hostel rooms could that amount have given us? Could we have built some other say a tennis court somewhere, could we have set up some other complex with that amount of money? We renovated the place, put in air conditioners, I think the lighting, the bedding too, I think all of those things were changed.
Sixtus,
my understanding now,
there was so much money. There were volunteers who were promised allowances. After the event, they were queuing, looking for who to take the allowance from, and it resulted in some fight.
Did they eventually get the money?
They were given something, but it wasn't what was promised. And so, on the subject, I'm trying to go back. $16 million for renovation.
Yes.
Of the hostels.
And you know,
15 million.
You know, when you go to Lagos now, they are not using the air conditioners that were fixed. I spoke with some students. They said they were not. This was maybe they've now started using, but this was last semester.
Look, there was even the 3.6 million.
What is it there for?
$3.6 million dollars haggle between GBC as to whether or not they had received the money.
The monies or they had not.
And all
DG
of that.
spoke, and there had to be clarification. So I don't know why, when there's a project in this country, we never end with. We never end well.
I think that the African Games, it lasted for about 18 days. We had, I think, 13,000 athletes, and they were fed with $15 million.
$15 million.
$15 million.
But there's a demand for a forensic audit now.
Yes.
From the president. We will wait to see what will come out of it. But these are just by way of some of the numbers, what it is that was contained in all of that. Over $245 million. Have you got the story fully now? Over $245 million is what went into the All Africa Games expenditure. From the feeding to printing of ID cards to conversations, and to top it all off, 245 million. We started the games and our athletes didn't have the equipment to even engage. They were being ferried to the centers in the buckets of pickups.
People were using their own bicycles.
Yes,
that
we
matter too.
remember all of it.
Yes. So we
And
couldn't even buy a bus for our athletes. They had to gather them like sardine in the bucket of a pickup.
So this is the full story that the Daily Post is saying. President John Dramani Mahama has directed the Auditor General to launch a comprehensive forensic audit into the financial and operational management of the recent 13th All-African Games. The directive was issued on Tuesday. It follows the submission of a detailed report by the National Intelligence Bureau concerning the organization and management of the event. The President's action emphasizes the government firm resolve to ensure transparency, accountability, and value for money. Scope of the investigation. The wide-ranging forensic audit is structured to meticulously examine 5 key areas, aiming to uncover any discrepancies or breaches of public financial laws. One is procurement and contracting process. The audit will scrutinize all tendering activities, the selection of contractors and suppliers, and critically assess compliance with the PPA Act. There's also financial management and expenditure control as one of the areas of the investigation. This section will meticulously trace all sources of funding, including government subventions and private sponsorships, and track all disbursements and expenditures related to the games. The third is infrastructure and project delivery. This one. Investigators will assess the implementation of all game facilities, focusing on cost variations, adherence to timelines, and overall value for money outcome for every project. Assess asset management and post-games utilization. And this process will include a rigorous verification of the inventory, legal ownership, and current operational status of all assets that were procured for or constructed for the event. And then lastly is institutional oversight and coordination. The roles, responsibilities, and overall effectiveness of all agencies and committees involved in the planning and execution of the 13th All Africa Games. All of that will be evaluated, Mawuena.
Right then, and we'll get a bit more in terms of all of those details. But we also know that outside of this, and we'll move away from the All Africa Games, we know that the government is promising some compensation for persons who suffered violence.
No, before that, are there timelines to that investigation?
Not mentioned at this
No,
time.
I don't think there are timelines which have been mentioned in relation to this investigation, and so perhaps it's a forensic audit to be undertaken by the Auditor General, right?
It's not outsourced.
Yes.
To be undertaken.
That's another. That's another hand clap for the president.
Yeah, to be undertaken by the Auditor General, and so I had wanted us to get into the Muntaka press conference, but I think we have to go to Parliament first, and then from there we will connect with this, because there are two issues from Parliament. The first is the MP, the Sutufi North Member of Parliament, who yesterday was in court, granted 150,000 cedis bail. One surety is not supposed to leave the country. Is not supposed to leave the capital, I should say. Must report to the investigator. Is it twice every month or so?
So he cannot meet his constituents.
Yes, because the indication is that I think I saw the transcripts from the court proceedings, and it didn't state how long, but the Speaker yesterday had cause to condemn it as well in terms of the actions.
And those are all the comments and observations we made here, that there needed to be some word from the Speaker. The Speaker needed to speak about this.
He's done that. Immunity will not shield you.
It won't shield you
from breaking the law.
And that's also the MP at the center of all of this unforgivable incident. Should be investigated, and I think that is what is happening now. So yes, we stand with each other in this matter, that we all have to see that something is happening. As to not leaving the capital, the man will lose his seat.
I saw a video from Collins Dowda, I think yesterday or 2 days ago. It was an old video.
Yeah,
about
I think that I've not watched it, but I've seen that a video of him has been making the rounds.
Yes. And then what he's saying is that while in opposition, he was at a point going to court every day of the week.
Yes.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And then he went to see the NPP, went to see Kandapa, he went to see other people within the NPP that, please, reduce the number of days for me. I'm a lawmaker. I need to be in Parliament. I need to go to my constituency. And then they took 2 days of the 5 days. So I was left with 3 days. Then he went to see Kandapa that, please, reduce the 3 days.
Because I need to be with my people.
I want to win. I want to retain my seat. He says, Kandapa told him that, we are doing this because of the seats we want. You say we should reduce. We have given you 3. You don't like. You want more.
Oh, I see.
That's the content of the video. That video came up during when all of this started. When this the entire NIMOS thing started as well. And so there is that. We know that the majority leader as well provided some updates as to what is expected to happen on that front as well. On updates he had received from Collins Dowda himself, says that he had arranged a meeting between the Isutufi North Member of Parliament and then the Interior Minister and some other persons, but he had to be in court, and the Interior Minister also had other pressing matters and so could not be readily available as well. But it appears there's a consensus in Parliament that the actions may not have been right, and so nobody will be shielded in terms of the breaking of the law in that respect. And so we will see how all of that transpires. We also do not know when all of the court proceedings will come to an end. But there's another matter, because yesterday the Speaker met the media
and provided some updates. We've been asking questions about what's happened to the vetting committee.
Just 2 days ago, when all of this NIMOS thing started, and then we said the speaker even has cases on his table he has not
vetting
fully
committee,
dealt with.
The 8th Parliament, the dawn of the 8th Parliament, the military storming the legislature, and what have you. He's spoken to two of them on the vetting committee. He says that there is no cause for concern and that it has come before him. He's still looking into the matters, and then I don't know what you make of it, but many will say that this should have come to the floor of the House for a conversation by now.
It should have. It's been long enough, and this does not seem like something we need to look for a lot of evidence to prove. It was in the full glare of everybody. It was shown on national television. You can see the MPs doing what they were doing, the conversations they were having. In fact, when the speaker had to set up this committee to investigate, people were asking, what for? We all saw what happened, unless there's something that we did not see that happen or something. But everybody saw how their MPs were behaving, the way they were behaving.
For authentication.
So people were saying whether the videos were doctored, bringing in experts.
Live footage.
Oh no,
so
but you still need to a committee to say that yes, this actually did happen. And
when everybody saw
you were not here, you were seeing pictures, you were not hearing audio.
The committee has done its work.
So the
report
ask yourself,
is before the speaker.
I am not the enemy here. I'm just trying to explain something.
You're also not the enemy. I'm just also making the point forcefully that the committee has done its work.
To say that the work of the committee was necessary. It was necessary for us to have done that. Maybe we should be asking. Yes, even though you saw it live on TV, yeah, you didn't hear the audio. A lot of the times we didn't know what was happening.
Sixtus.
So we saw videos. So the committee would merely authenticate what happened.
When these people, honorable member,
put it in a report. And put it in a report that these are the individuals at the center.
Has been lying.
This is that.
Then for Honorable Bedra came to even speak about it.
He said we were expecting, when he came, he said we were expecting the report that following Friday, right?
The report is done long.
Look, the report has come up in the business, the order paper, a number of times, and it's never been picked. Actually.
Yes, so
Christian Yale, who is our parliamentary affairs correspondent, can in fact corroborate exactly what it is that I'm saying. So it's not a case of the report not being done.
That is where the conversation should be. Those are the questions we should be asking. That what's up with this particular report? Who and who should we be dealing with? What are the recommendations of? It's the same as the IGP committee, the Atachan committee report. Who and who, what are the recommendations? Who and who should be dealt with in what manner and within what period, so that we are able to follow up. But if there's something that the rest of us or the House is keeping away from the rest of the country, then we ask the House again, who are you shielding? What are you hiding? Why don't you want us to know what happened or what is in the report and all of that? So yes, they are legitimate questions, but those questions have to do with actions after the report had been put together.
When Dr. Rawlings was speaking and in the full glare of other members of parliament, somebody passed that unfortunate comment, that one to investigate.
Yes, you have to investigate.
What are you?
You have to get people who will formally request the CCTV of the House.
Did the House?
No, but if you don't, how do you expect them to deal with it?
As for that investigation,
the word investigate does not necessarily mean take up what do you call it? Set up some elaborate committee with processes.
How far has that one gone to that investigation?
That again is a legitimate question, but we cannot have a problem with investigate. Okay. The word investigate.
Okay.
So the committee will request the what do you call the department? CNN's department. There's a gentleman at Parliament called CNN. If you have reported from Parliament before, you know CNN. He's a big man. His department, so they are in charge. The sound, video, those things. Yeah, it's at the back where normally when there's a ceremonial event, they'll process through.
Okay.
Yes, and then they'll sign the books and all. That side, that's where the office is. So they'll request the footage and everything from them. The people will sit down and identify the individuals, then write and invite the individuals to come and justify the comments that they made. That's all of that is investigation.
Okay.
So I don't think it would be right for the speaker to just sit up there and say, you are the one who said that, come here. Pull your ear. And I'm not sure that is how it will work.
But if the speaker saw the person who said it, the speaker cannot do it like that.
The speaker can walk people out.
I'm just asking. So the person said the comment.
I'm sure whoever shouted the comment, the people seated next to him or her knew he was the one.
That's what I done.
So it's really not.
In fact, in Parliament, when you're even talking without your microphone on, everybody hears you. Because the microphones are so powerful, they can pick the next one. Now,
next one can pick your sound.
He made that comment into
the microphone. That is right.
And then we still don't know who, anyways. Mawuena,
I think my biggest concern would be no action on a lot of the bad things that are coming out of Parliament. And you started with the inception of the 8th Parliament, that ugly scene, that coup d'etat.
He says it's a foregone conclusion. It was in the 8th Parliament.
Which is terrible.
The 9th Parliament,
unless it is a certain,
the executive should pick it up.
Unless it is a certain consensus.
I'm trying to get the audio from his
unless it's a certain bipartisan consensus that
which would be very unfortunate.
Which would be very unfortunate, because what happened that night was a coup d'etat. Imagine the military entered the chamber and said, "Hey, all of you, lie down. General so sit on the speaker's chair, make an announcement."
And then, based on how fluid the situation
all the cameras were in Parliament that night. All the cameras were there. So this man would just say, "I have taken control of that thing that the Achampons and co said. I have taken control of the country. Parliament is hereby dissolved. All ministers report to the nearest police station." And in this case, there were no ministers. So you would have just said, "I have dissolved Parliament." Then the soldiers from the barracks go and secure the Jubilee House. It was a very, very, very unfortunate thing that happened that dawn. And it should not, I agree with you, if there's a bipartisan agreement or consensus that they should bury it, it is unfortunate, and I don't think that CSO should tolerate it. I think CSO should pick it up and get to see who did what, and we have to deal with it. It should never happen again. We play too much, and unfortunately, these are people who know better than I do. Who did this thing? Somebody definitely gave the order for the soldiers to enter the chamber.
Exactly.
Somebody did that. And the criminal part would be that whoever gave the command that night did not have the authority to do that.
Yeah.
If you look at all the people who could have, none of them had the authority to do that at that material moment. So that will also have certain implications. You see, I'm sure a lot of conversation probably has gone into this. And I agree, if there's any bipartisan agreement on this matter, it is bad. And civil society should pick it up, not keep quiet over it, because we need to be able to prevent a future occurrence.
As for civil society picking it up, if it's going to be picked up on the part of Parliament, from the commentary of the Speaker, that's not going to happen, because he believes that it is a closed chapter. It's
dead
done.
and gone.
I don't think that necessarily is what he meant. I think what he meant was that the current Parliament cannot investigate it. So that would speak more to jurisdiction than to helplessness. Like it's a closed chapter.
8th Parliament.
Yes, he was eventually elected Speaker of the 8th Parliament. That was when it happened. It actually happened at his election. So the point he probably made is
But
that
when it was happening, when it was
Parliament,
happening-
relax for me, gentlemen. The 8th Parliament should have investigated, not the 9th Parliament.
Let me read.
I think
Let me
that's-
read
okay,
exactly
read it.
what Christian sent. And Christian Yali is a parliamentary affairs correspondent. These are the verbatim quotes of the speaker. Personally, I investigated the chaos that took place during the election of the speaker on January 7, 2021. But that action is belated. The 9th Parliament cannot probe it. The executive can take it up. So that's the position of the speaker. Personally, I investigated the chaos that took place during the election of the speaker on January 7, 2021. But that action is belated. The 9th Parliament cannot probe it. The executive can take it up.
Exactly. So that statement does not mean it's a foregone conclusion.
It
only says
for Parliament is
yes
done.
for the 9th Parliament. For the 9th Parliament.
I mean, we'll go back
so
to-
the question is, why didn't the 8th Parliament investigate it?
The speaker says he investigated the chaos that took place during the election.
As speaker or
As
as
speaker
okay?
in 2021.
And,
And
where
then
is the
that's-
report of
that's-
that investigation?
That's all. That's where he.
So that's also a problem.
we need him to provide
Yes,
when he
that was a
investigated. What
problem.
did he find
What did
out?
he find? And why is he leaving it to the executive?
He hit a stalemate. He did not.
Is that-
So the 8th Parliament had the authority to investigate that. And if the speaker tells us that he investigated that matter, then certainly there's a report to it. Where is that report?
Or it
what
was
does that
just
report
his
say?
personal
Who does that?
investigation.
No, it could not have been his personal
So
investigation.
you see, I find that's why it is interesting this bill that Parliament is working on, the transition bill. You see, when a Parliament is being dissolved and another is about to be sworn in, that space there, that was when all of this happened. In fact, when the chaos was happening, was the Speaker of Parliament, because he had
No,
not
he
been-
wasn't.
he had not
There
been
was no
sworn in.
Speaker of Parliament.
Exactly.
There was an acting president. The Chief Justice of the Republic at the time was President of the Republic.
Yeah.
Correct? There was no president. There was no vice president. There was no Speaker of Parliament.
No executive.
There was no executive.
Yeah.
That is what we can say. Now, at the material moment that it happened, we had an immediate past Minister for Defense, immediate past Minister for the Interior, immediate past National Security Minister, who were all members of Parliament. No, Kandapar was not.
National Security Minister.
No, he was not member of Parliament at the time. He wasn't. But the other two were members of Parliament. The Honorable Ambrose Derry, the Honorable Dominic Nitiwu, they were members of Parliament to be sworn in, but they did not have executive power at the time.
Yeah.
So if the order came from the minister, the immediate past Minister for Defense, the Honorable Dominic Nitiwu at the time, that would have been illegal. If the order came from the immediate past Minister for the Interior, that would have been illegal. If the order came from the immediate past Speaker, Mike Okoye, who was also seeking re-election, the order would have been illegal. And I don't think the order would have come from the Chief Justice at the time.
Upon what basis would she have been? Had been
Well, at that
given?
time, you had control. You were acting president, so yes, it's possible.
Chief Justice. I don't think there's a specific clause in the
I think
Constitution
the bottom
that
line
says
is
what?
if the Speaker says he
that
investigated
when
it.
all three are not available, she.
Oh, that's a
automatically-
constitutional debate that we have long passed, but it's also a certain.
If the Speaker says
let's not get
he
into that. I'm
investigated
sure
it,
there will
he
be-
should let us know the outcome of that investigation. Unless,
is all I'm saying.
Unless, like Mawuena is saying, unless he did it in his personal capacity and not maybe Parliament as a
No, he couldn't have done it in his personal
Then
capacity.
there should be a report on that. Let us know the outcome of the investigation.
So
Or
even
tell us
if he
that
did it in his personal capacity, he mentioned it in an official
Exactly.
communication to the House.
Oh, tell
this
us
was
that.
to the House, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
we've done the investigation.
There
There's a
was a
report
press
available, but
engagement.
we don't want to share with the public. We're giving it to the appropriate quarters. Let us know that it came to a proper conclusion, that it did not stop in the middle somewhere. There we know that.
The Parliament investigated.
Yes.
Parliament made some findings, but Parliament cannot act on it.
Okay.
So we are handing it over to the executive.
Or Parliament cannot tell you what is in
the report.
Well,
so I think the speaker has to come clearer on this matter, because that incident was a serious dent on what do you always say, on our growing.
So it's a speakers editors forum, and so he was engaging the press.
last night's forum.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
That's where these comments were made.
So questions have to be asked of the speaker.
That's what I'm saying. We have to get a bit more in terms of all of that interaction. But of concern, the Ghana AIDS Commission says that the use of condoms is declining. Yesterday there were statistics in terms of HIV from the Ghana AIDS Commission. I didn't see any of the papers capture that today.
I think I saw a headline like that.
It said boys not the use again.
Condoms are not only for boys.
So they are set to roll out
boys
condom dispensing machines.
Condom what?
Condom dispensing machines at strategic locations.
This is how we will not use.
Particularly during events where young people gather.
I said this is how we will know. You think
Frederick Kunzo
will go to the Independence Square for a program. There's a condom dispenser, like a water dispenser. Then Kunzo will go and stand in front of it and press. Then condom will fall out. Then he will pick it. You think Kunzo will do that? He will prefer to go raw. So that is not the way to go at all.
Look for song and play now.
The name calling will not be tolerated.
Which one is not being tolerated? Kunzo doesn't use condoms.
Kunzo, that's he says he will not go for he will not go to the Independence.
He won't go for the program.
If he did, he will not be engaged in unscrupulous activities.
No, but these are the same people who are saying that we're short of condoms. You didn't know that has been making around for like close to a month.
No, I haven't heard that.
I'll look for the story for you.
Honest, but the numbers I saw, 60% out of the newly reported cases, 60% of the individuals know their status. That's one of the many things. Let me get a bit more. Somebody's sending me a message. Oh my goodness. 1 in 4 people living with HIV not receiving life-saving treatment. That's according to the AIDS control program, National AIDS Control Program. Ghana recorded 15,290 new infections of HIV between in 2024 alone, with 60% knowing their status. We know that discrimination, stigma remains barriers fueling ongoing HIV treatment. Yes, then there's the condom dispensing machines, amongst many other things. 13,000 people died of AIDS or die of AIDS every year in Ghana. Also
13,000.
Yeah.
Hey.
So those are some of the numbers from the engagement, as they also announced the day to commemorate 2025 World AIDS Day, launched as well, with a commitment to overcoming disruptions and transforming the AIDS response. So
there's a lot of okay, let me not use any big word. Let me just say people are shy. People are shy to even buy condom from your regular pharmacy. Very few people are bold enough to just walk in and say, I'm buying condom. I don't know how Crosby used to do it.
Don't mention names, I beg.
But the man is here. He can speak for himself. How did you used to do it?
So there's this.
I want to believe now you don't.
There's this joke I heard.
Tell story.
The man said he woke up in the morning, he had 200 Ghana cedis to a pharmacy, he wanted to go and buy a condom. And then when he went, the person did not have change, so the person had to go out with him to go and look for change. And then they go to a place, he greeted the person. He said, I'm looking for change. Saying 200 cedis. I know, but all day. So the woman asked the pharmacy operator, is this not saying 200? No, he responded 200 cedis. I know, but all day. Condom. Why?
But Ghanaians are nosy.
Very,
How is this your business?
Very nosy.
Just give me change.
No. And even when you got to know what was being done, why are you interested in the individual who's buying it?
I don't want to respond. Why didn't you not check here?
All right, guys. Thank you very much for helping us with the news review this morning as well. We'll talk about the Rosebank University. Then when we return from a break as well, we'll pick your calls here on the 3FM Sunrise. But let's talk about the Rosebank International University College, shall we? Because there's a world-class university right here in the country for you. Rosebank International is a strong South African university and a brand of the Advtech Group, Africa's largest private education provider with 146 schools across 5 African countries and over 100,000 learners, and partly owned by the World Bank through the IFC. Rosebank International University is fully accredited by the South African Qualifications Authority, the British Accreditation Council, GTEC in Ghana, City and Guilds in the UK, and Capsicum Culinary Studio. At Rosebank International University, we offer a Doctor of Business Administration, DBA, MBA, Master of Science, and Master of Philosophy in Digital Marketing, Bachelor of Supply Chain Management, targeting professionals in freight forwarding, customs, etc. We offer hospitality and culinary arts, available at diploma, undergraduate and postgraduate levels. Our ICT has BSc Information Technology in Business Systems and IT Computer Application Development, all carefully designed to equip you with the skills and qualifications needed for a successful global career. Our mission is simple: inspiring excellence. Admissions are now open for our January 2026 intake. Visit our modern campus at Airport Commercial, Opebia House, Accra, or apply online at www.riuc.edu.gh. Rosebank International University, building global citizens. Quick spot of commercial, one commercial. When we return, we'll get into community voices, and you share your thoughts with us as well. 055 924 2717, 055 924 2717, as well as 055 691 0154, 055 691 0154. We're back to pick your calls.
This year is going to be sweet. I don't just feel it, I know it, because the Luckiest Season 3 is back.
And I'm about to show you how to grab your golden ticket. Just dial *712# and follow the prompts to purchase your ticket. Or go to theluckiestafrica.com, hit community tickets, and pick your lucky number.
Or let the system do its magic. Choose how much you want to spend from 1 to 5,000 Ghana cedis. You can even buy a ticket for someone else. Be someone's hero. Payment? Easy. Mobile money in Ghana or card if you're international.
One ticket can turn 1 CD into 500 times more. That's maths we love. Or your community could win 10 times more. So let's get lucky together. Because luck is everywhere.
Play responsibly. Not for persons under 18 years. This promotion is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform.
The best in the morning is on 92.7 Sunrise.
7 here on the 3FM Sunrise. Time for us to hear your voice as well and be a part of the conversation. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Mawuena.
Yes, sir. I trust that you are doing well. Give us your name and where you're calling us from.
Thank you very much, please. My name is Ajanawan from Dome, Kwabinga.
Ajanawan, let's hear you this morning.
Thank you very much with the wonderful job you are doing for Mother Ghana and KFN and Media General as well. Let me say good morning to Madin Jibril, Chairman Joe, and NDC, head of the municipal and our parliamentary member. Please, yesterday I learned President Mahama directive about the African Games that he has to be thorough investigation. And that the docket have been sent to Attorney General if yes it's true. I think this is the right direction that the presidential have made my day today because one, he talk about resetting agenda, he talk about corruption, and those people. I don't know if you remember they said accreditation is $4 million. Mr. Mawuena, did you hear something about it?
We've been discussing it this morning, Ajanawan.
Have you seen the accreditation? It's just a number A4 sheet divided by 4.
That's the point I'm making. I'm saying that we've been discussing it this morning, and so I'm surprised you're asking me if I've seen it or I've heard it, because I've been talking about it this morning.
Maybe you have the document, but physically you may not have the accreditation because I am a sports fan and I have this. I have some. If you give me my number, I can get it for you because this is uncalled for. And if we are crying that our roads, our hospital infrastructure are not well being, and one person can hold this money alert, and one day, the children will say, oh, Papa, Mobra, then we are in trouble. Thank you.
Ajanawan, thank you as well for calling. Hello, good morning. Hello.
Good morning.
Yes, sir. Give us your name and where you're calling us from, please.
I'm calling from Kokomeme.
Let's hear you.
Abambabi asema mokan speaker of parliament asema mokan papa no na safia soja for no call ho na wo di 8 parliament no ko guye one time carry no o na manji papa na ndi biem o da nipo ka doctor mera o munnim ne papa that de o mo kasa nyina abambabi so no onima na afutu MP no ye na china na ne pa ne ke o ka ta asem se nyina o footage no. And Abangwamen, Parliament will be beer, baby, or the best year, Papa, on Yan, Nigel, or the kind of correct Ghana for that. The mere swing did that. Maybe you're pointing in the moon of a one way, but I'm in the free novel, but in the end, the moon of a boy, Kai, and your papa.
Abu, thank you as well for calling. Abu, not pleased with the speaker and his commentary. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, Eric.
Yes, sir.
This calling from Amamole.
Collins in Amamole in Ghana North Municipality. Let's hear you as well this morning.
Let me greet your cherished listeners this morning, and again to my boss, Johnnie Hughes, wherever he is. I miss him a lot. Let me go straight to this forensic project about this 13th.
The All Africa Games is what you mean.
All Africa Games, thank you. Look, we should thank the good people of this country. That's my first word to say. If they didn't vote out MPP and they retain power, look at scandal upon scandal. My money, your money. And the same, these people would turn back and tell me, look at you. Hey, so many, they do this country here and there. It seems like there is no tomorrow. Look, President Mahama, you see, the people shouldn't bring it on and on. Actions speak louder than words. And the case will be coming. I drained. You see, we are ending this year and nobody has been called to jail. So we will collect the money. But it's becoming and becoming. That's my main worry. And not I alone. And yes, so please, President Mahama and the Attorney General, you should do the needful. Ghanaians are watching the aura, how it will do. The talking is too much. I know that President Mahama is on court. But Attorney General, please,
think people should do the needful.
Right.
That's what I want to tell.
Thank you very much, Collins, as well, for sharing your thoughts with us. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Mawuena.
Yes, sir.
How are you doing?
I'm doing well. What about you?
I'm fine. I'm Lincoln.
Mr. Lincoln, let's hear you as well, and kindly project a bit for us so that we can all hear you. Okay,
let me turn around with that. Can you hear me loud?
Yes, it's much better. Let's hear you quickly, please.
Thank you for the opportunity. My brother, Johnnie Hughes, where is he? I believe he's also doing well.
Yes, he is.
Okay. And then the ladies who used to come.
Helen as well is on a short break. Both of them are on a break as well.
Regards to all of you out there. Yes, I have not been following sports, but let me talk about Galamsey, because that is what I always talking about. I would talk about anytime I go on other radio or TV, because we are winning the fight. And if you are an NDC member, whether you have an executive or minister, MP, and you think you can disgrace the party because of your parochial interest, then you have to think twice. Because the man, the Melboa, the one handling the Galamsey fight now is not somebody you can compromise or you can condone and connive with. So if you are listening to me and you think you can penetrate, you can do Galamsey, President Mahama's administration will deal with you. So they should listen and listen carefully. I believe the investigation ongoing, we will get the fact. And I will encourage the president and parliament, our speaker. I know he will do a good job. Look, parliament has so many powers to dealing with the MPs. Look, they enjoy a lot of some courtesy. I don't know how to call it. But there is a punishment attached to that courtesy. So if you are an MP and you think you can do Galamsey and hide, 9 months will go after you. And when you come to the public domain, if your matter is in the public domain, we will judge you and we will make sure it will affect you in any election or position you want to occupy in this country. So they should listen. Some of them, we are jotting things down for record's sake. If you are involved in Galamsey and you are caught, never try to contest any election in this country. We will campaign against you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Lincoln, for calling as well. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, sir. Give us your name and where you're calling us from, please.
Please, my name is Aziz. I'm calling for Domi.
Aziz and Domi, let's hear you as well.
Thank you. May God bless you for picking my call this morning. Let me go straight to the point. Lawyer Zuma, Yakupo Insurance, Noya Nikese, and a TDC director, Charisma Tafi, or the Insurance Power. In Parliament, say me, Aziz, me gina ha, me see me wojidi, omu cover omu. Because, okay, sometimes ago, na ye can say, murder of daughter, me pacho, oman cover on the pakro. And the best make say, ye who on the pakro, or kasa we, was the whole Parliament, or omu to me uniformity. Sometimes ago, obidi boni, na esi omunchi nungo tuma, Parliament, esi omu mumra. Apart from Avenue Marking also the speaker court and a court to friend of Muya in the parliament in particular, no mere Zita on tea or Muya Bibi, no who say in running SRT you know, and I all African game now ye can because media sports media me paper Sika Echo Muna, yes, Kakitwa. But me party, me government, me Argentina, I deal with, and me pass an MP to the Yabia, nay, conform. Me pato, okay, Brazil and Hifa, nay, you be talk ube, no, the Pacron minister nation, no minister, I see, I say more Mokano, and Yano Cre. But MP to be my same way, a Yano Cre. But over the Yano Cre, Pono Bia who say, I do win a Yano Cre, Pefia, yet to me, Yahushi, and I say Yabeka, so yet me find Yajuma. Sometimes ago, almost supporters, and almost journalists, no Yakupo Yomutu. when you know, yet me, you show, Yakoba, may you to her.
Right,
as this is Yabia, nay, the Babonti, may you may have been MP, where you say, at the end, this young one, you don't mind too much. I don't want a young man.
Thank you very much, Aziz, for calling as well. Hello, good morning.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, sir. Good morning. Trust that you're well.
Good morning. What is it?
I am well. What about you?
Nyamia enough for me, dear. I can't know my penny, dear, mobile, Abuame.
Give me your name, please.
Medewaba Kaswa.
Yeah, by the container. Yeah, Nukrasa, let's hear you. Let's hear you as well.
Oh, my main introduction, I know you're very important.
I'll continue it for you. The container where the gunshot was fired. So proceed for me quickly because there are a lot of people on the phone lines.
Oh, why are they? Mama, too. What are they? Why do you samba? And one my main farming check at him. I like to say that met Ufulumo pa. My did bring Akuga and a two Ashama, not Chema, who need dishes to switch out of Mauya. So, Parliament, yes, near be one mile Koswa. The best current majority, Umunomonaso, my MPP for and common shit. And they, J said, Usha Public Accounts Committee. Your mamma Brasse, one leg to my wood yield, and if I'm washing, and now I'm motion ye. Because the Nimia may be Okra will be so bizarre. I see we sell back as a current, a finna as any money AC. Meanwhile, at your power government. Ebresu de see and she percent former trauma and also and all African girls. But you also promote a course of catastrophe also. You need not a investigation or Attorney General agency. You bet bomb body up Attorney General. Nobody be a same before we and Tino Omobetriasuka because you cannot see a mom yet no a moment this up when we no more Vinyani will be to us.
Thank you very much, Nukrasa. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Mawuena.
Yes, sir. Give us your name, where you're calling us from, and praying that you're well too.
By the grace of God, I'm good, and you?
I'm also well. well.
My name is Nana Mwakwa, calling from Asuboy.
Nana Mwakwa in Asuboy. Let's hear you as well this morning.
Me MPP, me kasama MPP, me MPP, ejuma. Na say, obi be na position. No dia bo man krono. Na me ya cheno. Na ma so say nkwa boto boy adi ni padachi. Dabi, the chere o man chira ma da chinchima. Ni say o party ba abem. Na party me ya wa dom. No ma position say fa so o man for. Na ko bo krono wo wa. Mesre yewa John Germany mama ni atinje no asem. Obi biala omususu say o menska afane nsase no I was said nipa no gira mra no nyibisa na yebisa emra ne bona onko de fiase say the federal no this kana ya you say the federal enfama o man no e ma say Ghana soldier say na yesi omo yensuo no ye forest no ho ban onwo ye legal mining ye mo ho ban omo ban ama that chinchima because yensuo no ye nsase say opani officer enso ben ni asase ben that chinchima ba o ma ba doso say na no mo ye na anka ye ye baba binya bi adoso adidi so anum bi anya bi anuma na and so the near mount here na ya ma waka say fabo man for ban bo man no ban no bi ye nyamna sem na mo chirum no mo choboy na mba tsama sankofu ne akumudi ya mama sama because ya mama ka say fabo mo ban so bi biala oba attack no mo attack ni bi sana mejo mama etra ho ye hwe ya na ye jo mama akọ we ko nsia do a ene ne ma ene ne yire aye ayisia nyanka o mu papa biem eti mesese obi biala ya bo waka de uye police ni o soja ni o na Ghana fo bi ko ye bonne fe bo wa so ataka akade de mamu no mu yusu papa ni fa ne mo the self defense enye bonne ko de ko so ahafo na hwide mo na ene ho MP ya chini ba bi ni fa bonse ya ko jere wa gangan ko pote ere don ko takita fi afora na ye yesa ni ye so Ghana ha mesre you John Tower mama say so that na ko so mi de on fo me system na MP mane bona mane ani ni ndi se ne ese ne fa na enye emahu embe MP se enfu ye MP o muro mra u ye MP ya na constitution lord na ebo obi ya ho bai
thank you
kana ko say MP so o put the omo e pass and tell man e basta o man e besta ma da chinchirima
thank you all right thank you as well for calling. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, my brother Mawuena Egbeta.
Yes, sir. I trust that you're well.
More than well.
Fantastic. Amen. Let's hear you quickly.
Thank you for this opportunity. Let me say good morning to my MP, Honorable Elisil Makulugu, the MC, Honorable Agbo of Ghana, for their human job doing. We appreciate them, and I know what they are doing. NDC will take the Mawuena Benya seat for good. Also, CDC boss, good morning, my president, vice, and the chief of staff. I salute you, them chief executive, the machine yard, honorable minister. You see, Mawuena, I'm happy for one thing, and I thank God I'm a member of the NDC, and I have a president like what? His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, who is not like the former president Akufo-Addo. Under his watch, look, 8 souls were gone down. You see, the former president see the need to console with the family. You see, that is why I will continue to say former President Akufo-Addo shouldn't have been president in this country. Because for him, everything says and shows he doesn't have the country attack. Should he have, I don't think by now. So God bless His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Because by now, I'm telling you, the 8 souls that were gone down in 2020 elections, I'm telling you, now their soul will rest well. Because as their accounts will say, when you're coming for. Because we were expecting this way back. And I believe their families alive now also have had justice. Although those that commit that atrocities have been looking for, somehow, one way or the other, they have been compensated. This is what we call governance. Not that you will be a wicked president and people will not see this thing. And also, as I'm concluding, I'm pleading with Speaker of Parliament. Speaker of Parliament, you know what you are capable of doing. You see your own members who look at what they are saying. They don't have trust in you. But for me, I believe you can do something because you were here. Look at what happened at the appointment committee. Up to now, after your marking and co, we haven't heard anything. Look, way back, so Mr. Speaker, do something for your own members, your children will believe that word. As being a Speaker of Parliament, you don't do cover up.
Right.
I'm sad that way I'm hearing my people saying that they have no trust in Speaker. Because daughter of Medra, up to now, we haven't heard anything.
Right,
there are footages. So, Mr. Speaker, you can do better.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Eben.
Reduce your prices because dollar to CD is now okay for us.
Thank you very much, Eben, for calling us. Well, hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, sir. Give us your name and where you're calling us from, please.
I'm Frank Naro, Domi Mayo.
Frank Naro, Domi Mayo, talk to us.
Yo, I'm a party minia, Yamia Sunjinka. Mamenchia, my boss, Madina, Domi Quabinia, when says the chairman, Mr. Isaac Neelam Filampi, Nadauruma, Obey chairman, and Sana NDC, yet me at the city, our Domi Quabinia. It is a malam said here, Abakotama, why your Domi Quabiano, Libya, a bed being said to me, Afifa. And I'm very close to baby said, you have to come and afternoon, when she saw the boom, or no one to the chairman or GC, they see the units in Jayon, and I am other side, and I have bought. Yes, this in 24. Yes, you will trust that. We didn't say the church here. Almost I'm not Domi Quabian and Yemen for you.
Thank you as well, Mr. Nero, for calling. Hello, good morning.
Good morning. I'm not better.
Yes, sir.
This is Bright calling from Abosoka.
Bright in Abosoka, and let's hear you as well this morning.
May God continue to guide you, and let me greet Honorable Alaji Akondo in charge of operation, and Honorable Peter T, and Honorable Alaji Raouf. May God continue to guide them, and Honorable Kwesi, the Maship Yard. Unim, me Malusu trust Honorable Abangbabi, because in himself he appointing for Speaker of Parliament, you know. Number be break or so and Kayasa almost ready. Ye to about 2020, you soldier for Omora, ye Parliament House, almost a Moye more found, ABC and Ghana for NTV. Appointed committee, Shenoma, MPs, a year, in Tokwa, a course, ABC and Yanti Wushi, uncountry, and Ghana for. Medal of Medra, our Parliament. Ye petition, a comma, Honorable Speaker Bangbabi, ABC and Oma Kovani in the house. Inti, Honorable Speaker Bangbabi, me sure say, a Juma Yadiashan is our Parliament, no. Obetina Amagana for Anya Gide Onomu. All African game, Shesika, yes, among for. She, a yes, she should look at Sepa, FO, because South or African game now, you call, you know. Ghana phone will say, no more the break or swap, and your corruption. I had it here, or more decide my name. Because, and Excellency John Dramani Mama had directed her, or Munya should move from one, a yadipa, and no more Mukako should move no, on Bomodians on Bayan Shishuma, a Bayer Kudia, or Big Biara, Ebia, Skabia family seminal, a bit major scano, a dear friend. The best also, say MP, now is a leg. I can't say, Wako for Crawford, among Muko Tati Soja for. Omuko fighting for Galamsey, yes, assassin. Say, maybe or Matisse, a billy cockot. Say, maybe or name, money a budina. Umbomodia say, the Mradia Sefata say, no. If I do, say, I could not know I say empty no cra, they say Jiffrey Sema, Yen Jim Flemington. I mean, himself or my Ghana, Excellency John Dramani Mama, and net. Share me can be the actual Yanuma, your wabu so kaya, your toss pass. And now me no say $10 cedi 50%. Didn't you know me no more your wabu so kind? Yen person you bet it is pass so e dey Ghana for. Maybe say politics and no move so e your wabu so kind because of a one MPP for strong war na
Thank you very much, Bright and Abosokai as well. One more caller and then a final one. Hello, good morning.
Okay, you can see me, Pastor.
Yes, give us your name and where you're calling us from as well, sir.
My name is Kwasipoku, calling from Honorable Sedem Afenyo constituency, Amasaman to precise.
All right, Amasaman, let's hear you.
Okay, you can see Mami Wabaso, Elijuma Pamudi, say, Pamudino, if we are saying, I think, Mokanika Kwasipoku, Ejumaya phone in Amita Samutare. Okay, you can see Pennyforce, Baby Abanu, Basa, Shian, and Yakupon or now, media some way power child Yakuja said, Mestre or Mampani, Excellency John Dramani Mahama, and I mean, Papa, Attorney General say, Bonnie dear Akoso, some years are a chamu. Or Mumekisho say, or say, call a bio Pia per se, Kasa, a can war campaign, ye young home from my home. Bonnie, this Akoso, my women, say, Papa, Attorney General say, so no new Juma, then Nipa Bio met your mana, broke Ghana, broke Prebeno, yet me from Concord to prison. No one no Ghana, so and Papa, a year, Papa, Nugina, Mia, Babu, a friend of Dr. Ivan Kofi Kwa for all them 5 Jack on the
Thank you very much, Thank you, Kwesipoku. Let's hear from somebody quickly as well, and then we'll wrap up. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, sir. Give us your name and where you're calling us from, and try and do this for us in a minute.
Ranger. I'm calling from Bema Camp.
Ranger and Bema Camp, thank you for calling as well. Let's hear you quickly.
My concern is about the condom issue. You know, I think the AIDS Commission should blame the pharmacists, the pharmaceutical companies, especially where you enter a drugstore to buy a condom, and they will pack a lot of beautiful ladies in front of the front desk. You enter there, you are confused, you don't know what to do. Instead of mentioning you want condom, you end up buying something that you don't need it to buy.
Oh, my
so
boss.
now young guys don't go there to buy it again.
My boss.
And where ladies too don't buy condom, it is the men who buy condom. So they should better employ more men than the women. So young guys don't go to buy condom again. I was at Osu, I wanted to buy a condom. When I got there, the ladies at the desk were all nice girls. And all young girls. When I mentioned condom, they look at my face. So I look at them, I ask them, why? Is it a crime for a man to buy a condom? Or when you buy a condom, you become a sinner or a bad person? Then they are quiet. I say, you see, this is what deters guys from buying condom. I want to know whether is condom a part of contraceptive? I'm a married man. I can buy a condom based on my personal reason to use it with my wife. Because condom is part of contraceptive. But we have a wrong perception. When any young guy or any person enters a drugstore to buy a condom, you see the young girl there, look at the person to be with different perception. So who entered there to buy it? So unless you are really brave or have a courageous time to go and buy, you can't buy again.
Absolutely.
That's the issue.
Appreciate you calling us this morning.
So I think the guys should be employed more at the desk than the women. They should find a place for them.
Interesting conversation you brought up. I'm sure when we return from sport and the likes, I see Sixtus and Crosby eagerly waiting to want to have a conversation about whether or not personnel at pharmacies should also be changed to allow young persons comfortably go and get condoms from pharmacies. But it's time for sport. Mutala is here. I won't call it upsets yesterday, but I expected Madrid to at least get a goal against Liverpool. I was very surprised. They were very much outplayed yesterday.
Of course. And I even feel the scoreline wasn't a true reflection of the game we saw. Because it was just Liverpool against Courtois. Real Madrid were flat-footed. They were not piercing, very blunt up fronts because the likes of
I saw someone
Mbappe.
asking whether Mbappe started the game.
Of course he did start. It was one of the shocks of the night for Real Madrid.
And Napoli 0-0.
Oh, for Napoli, I gave up on them last week when they drew against Pesa. So for them, even Juventus shocked.
Why he says you gave up on them?
I gave up on them.
You have to be a stockbroker to understand
I gave up on
what exactly you meant.
But there's big news. TV3 has acquired the right to show the Kirin Cup, the upcoming friendlies where Ghana will play Japan and South Korea. In November. So on November 14th against Japan, it will be live and exclusive on TV3. Then on the 18th of November, Ghana against South Korea, live and exclusive on TV3. So TV3 acquires the right to show the Kirin Cup.
Big one. Live here on TV, and I suspect there will be live commentary.
Of course, across radio as well.
Mutala with the sports, we get into it right now.